What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the week of March 11th through March 17th. We got some big things going on this week. First, if you're living in the United States and you're not in Arizona or Hawaii, then the time is changing. Finally, it starts to feel more like spring or summer. Thank you, George Bush, for pushing up the date on that. Also, at the end of this week, on the 17th, we have a new moon in Pisces, so it might be a good idea this week to start thinking about what intentions you want to set for the upcoming lunar cycle. So today we're going to be using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot to do our weekly reading. So if you would, please give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What do we need to know to make this upcoming week the best week possible? Alright, let's cut the deck. 3 cards. As is per the tradition here on the channel, what we'll do is look at these cards first individually, and then go back and see what message they have to tell us as a whole. Very good. First card we're going to look at is this one, and we've got 5 of Pentacles. Do we need more light? I feel like we need more light. There we go. Alright, this is not the best, most positive card. This is the card of lack. This is the card of kind of being cast out in the cold. This is the card of just, feeling as though you don't have enough to survive. You don't have enough to be happy. And, the fact that this card is coming up right now, I'm getting the feeling that this may be a central issue for a lot of us at this time. We're raised in a society to believe that success is measured in dollar figures, and we're taught that since the moment we're born, basically, and we die checking our bank account statements, only to realize that we can't take that money with us, and it really didn't really do anything for us unless we used it in a positive way. So I think this is a little bit of a reminder here that lack is a thing that you imagine. It is not a real thing. If you look at your life right now objectively, you will see abundance in every single facet of your life. Just so much abundance. And if you're gonna say to me, James, my life stinks, it's terrible, I live in a hovel, I don't have enough money, I don't have food to eat, I'm homeless, you have an abundance of lack. There's abundance no matter how you slice it. And if you've created an abundance of lack, then you can create an abundance of physical abundance, right? So we're creating our realities, and in order to create a reality that's in alignment with happiness and joy, then we have to think abundantly. And if we're going to think in terms of lack, then we're going to bring an abundance of lack into our lives. The universe will always provide abundance, but you have to be very careful about what kind of abundance you're creating. Do you want to create love and money and health, or do you want to create sickness and poverty and lack, right? So it's up to you. And it's about how you see things. So I think this week is going to be very important to make sure that we're looking at our lives from a positive mind state. That we're not looking at the lack, but we're looking rather at the abundance that we have. And when we look at that abundance, we're going to bring more of that to us. Make sense? I hope so. Let's check out the next card. And we've got the 9 of Swords. Another kind of, I would say, kind of a negative card here. Give me a moment with this one. And this is the cause of the 5 of Pentacles. It's the ego mind. It always is the ego mind. The ego mind It's got some great attributes. It keeps us alive. It helps us remember people's birthdays. But at the same time, it creates fear and anxiety and worry. And that's what this Nine of Swords is saying, is that perhaps this week there's going to be a kind of a little infiltration of the ego mind into your everyday life. And it's going to cause worry. It's going to cause doubt. It's going to cause fear. And it's very important to remember that this too is illusion. This is just your mind creating thought forms based on fear. And it's very important that we move towards a lifestyle that doesn't have any space for fear. Fear is just not being sure, right? But if you're sure of the present moment, if you know what you're creating in the present moment, then the future cannot be fearful, right? There's no fear over the future because you know that the universe is going to support you. You know that you're creating abundance in the now moment, which is going to, materialize and manifest in the future. So it's very important this week that we look at what we're fearful and we ask ourselves, why are we fearing this? And I think if you are very honest, you're going to come to the conclusion that your brain, your ego mind, has created something that doesn't exist. And it's all illusion, and it's something that should be ignored. Maybe not ignored, but it's not something that should be focused on. Okay? Fear is not something that should be focused on. Fear is good. It tells us what we don't want. It tells us what we're kind of worried about. So it's a good indication of where we're at, but it's not something that we should give into. It's not something that we should live with. Okay? All right, so the last card we're going to look at here, we've got the Lovers. Ooh. Finally, a positive card here. Jeez. All right, so this I'm looking at this card like it's the answer. This is the answer past these two things. Okay, so the feeling I'm getting from this week is that there's going to be a fear of lack, a fear of the future, a fear of not having enough. But what's going to get you through that are the things or the people that you love. The things that are the people who make you feel passion. They're going to bring you back into the present moment. They're going to snap you back to the present because, love exists in the now. That's the only thing that exists. Fear exists in the future, and that is an illusion. The future doesn't exist. The only thing that has ever existed is the present moment, and the things that you're passionate about will snap you back to the present. And I think that's going to be a very important lesson or message for you this week, for all of us, is that we need to be focusing more on the present. We need to be focusing more on the things or the people that we love, because it is the highest expression of this human condition is giving and receiving love, and it's going to minimize or reduce, totally obliterate fear, worry, hate, anger, all the negative emotions. Doing the things that you're spending time with the people that you love will do that. Just spreading and giving, receiving love is going to uplift you. It's going to raise your vibration. It's going to take you out of that negative mind state, and it's going to help you in so many different ways. It's going to improve your life. I feel like I'm rambling now. Like, I don't need to explain to you the power of love. You already know, and it's going to be something that we need to focus on this week. It's going to get us out. It is the answer to any problem. Is the answer is love. Okay, I don't want to pay my taxes. Love. I don't want to go to jail. Love. Okay, but you get the picture. Does that make sense? So it looks like this week is gonna have some challenges, and it's important to remember that these challenges are ones created by us. And if we can create challenges, okay, we can obliterate them with love. Make sense? I hope so. That is a reading for this week. I wish you all a happy week, and much joy and love to you as always. If you want a personal reading from me, head on over to lightofriga.com. I also do daily readings just like this one, but for the daily, so you can make the most of your day. So I'd appreciate if you go check that out, lightofriga.com. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you got something out of it, it lets me know that you did. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to talk about this upcoming week, put it in the comment section below. And if you really enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release. On the road to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm gonna do a giveaway for that. So stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that giveaway, or those giveaways I should say. Alright guys, it's going to be an interesting week. I wish you love and light. Stay positive and everything will be just fine. Alright, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Have a great week. Happy taroting. Peace.